What?
Is that not how it goes?
No. You guys are gonna get canceled real fast. Do not say that.
Just asked. Jared just asked. I said, sorry I couldn't answer the phone. I'm recording the pod. He said, I totally forgot about that. How can I listen to it? I said, so there's only one episode that I think is great.
I know exactly what you sent him.
So I sent him episode 7,
Yes.
How to Measure Your Junk, which I think is
perfect.
actually funny. I really
do
believe it is funny.
I think if that one actually caught on, more people would be like, yes, we need to listen to
I
these
genuinely
morons.
think we were really funny that day.
Yeah.
And the conversation was funny. And I said, clearly not around the kids, but also not terrible. He just replied back. He said, what the fuck? You're holding a micro penis? Because I had the tape measure in my hand in the screenshot. No, it's perfectly normal. Oh, shit. I almost tried to catch both.
I did that last week.
You didn't throw it to me last week.
No, I mean, I dropped early last week.
okay.
Yeah. Oh, and he's not even in.
Sorry, that felt
It's okay.
important. I was in. I was too far in.
That's what she said.
3.
Hey,
the microphone.
whoa.
Wait, are we going on? Are we going on?
Come on,
hold
buddy.
on. I'm not moving until we decide. Are we going on 3 or
3 and then drop is on 4.
Okay. Count to 4 in your head.
Yeah.
count to 4? Wait, I'm responsible for 4.
Someone out loud says counts to 3, and then in.
Okay.
I'm going to count backward from 3, and I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, drop, and we drop on drop.
Okay,
3, 2, 1.
4.
I almost dropped it.
3, 2, 1, drop. That's the best way to do it. I think we just realized.
Late too. I think you were early. That's what I think happened.
Mine's dropped at the same time as his.
I think you both were early then.
Hey, you want to know something funny? When I look at the audio recording, it is not 3 separate audio tracks. It is just one solid audio track. So,
But we all yell
it's
at each
just
other about it?
a spike, and then we hear one happen afterwards. I thought it was going to be like this mic caught it, and that mic caught it. Now it's going to have to line up the audio, but it compresses everything and puts it all in one, which is nice. Woodford Reserve.
I brought Woodford tonight. Woodford's not that expensive, but when I drink it, I feel a little fancy. Like,
because the name's Woodford.
I don't know, yeah, it's a fancy feeling.
Especially when you get that Kentucky Derby bottle with the horses painted on the front of it.
Yeah,
There's horses painted on the front of it.
Not this one.
Woodford Reserve.
good stuff. I bought that. I have a Christmas party coming up where I needed a Secret Santa gift, and I bought that, and it came with like a Woodford like rocks glass. And when I got home, I opened it up, and it was so nice. And I was like, oh, I got to go back and buy another one so that I'm going to keep this one for myself and give the other one at the Christmas party. And then I ended up opening both and keeping both for myself. So I'm still.
I'm
in
actually
need.
pretty pissed off at you.
$25 for that and a glass. Like,
That's nice.
You got to buy 2 of those.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
But I'm still pissed off at you.
Okay, what'd I do?
You, I don't think, did anything this time.
Okay.
It's your wife.
Okay.
What happened?
They're going out of town again.
Again.
Yeah.
Which
This
it-
isn't my fault.
No, but it's become like a thing where I've almost expected at my corporate events for you to be there.
We were at last year.
Oh, okay.
We were at last year's Christmas party.
Yeah, but we're closer now even than we were then.
I remembered my third thing.
But like I teamsed your wife.
Okay.
I'm just trying to like Mad Libs names in there, like your wife's name here.
Sure.
And it was like, hey, you're going on Saturday, right? And she's like, no, we're leaving town again for the 87th consecutive weekend, and we're being assholes. And I'm like, cool. I'm not telling my wife that. I still have not told her, actually.
She won't be there.
Yeah.
So, and this Christmas party, it's her friend. So, it's one of my good buddies and his wife. This won't be interesting to anybody, but like way back in the day, my buddy, I was like, wouldn't it be cool if our wives were friends? And it was a big deal to like see if we could make them be friends too, so that we could still hang out more often. And they clicked, and now they're better friends than me and my buddy. Like it's interesting. I still love my buddy. I see him. I play disc golf with him a lot, but it's like, oh, our wives are way closer than we ever were.
I mean, that's a thing. Me and Justin are pretty close, but like
Our wives are closer.
Kirsty
So, yeah.
and Mundi are. I don't think they're close.
I learned
if
a
I'm being
lot.
Honest.
If something's going on with him,
personally, I mean,
Then you and I?
yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. I think it's equal.
What did you think?
I thought you were saying you and Kirsty.
Oh no, we're good friends, but no, I was talking about you and I as opposed to Morgan and Kirsty.
Yeah. Like if something happens with my friend, like a life event, I hear about it from from his wife to my wife to me, and he would never mention. Like it's very interesting, like the relationship. Anyhow, so this is their 12th or 13th annual Christmas party, and my wife and this girl kind of throw it together. So like I'm locked in every first Saturday of December for the rest of my life. Like I have to go to this Christmas party.
We can change that.
Yeah, I don't give a
Work
shit.
on it. It's like a high school reunion for me because all my friends from high school will be there, so it's fun. But also, like, I didn't want to go to Texas to back to back weekends, and here I am doing it. So
you are.
yeah,
I feel like I'm going to be really abrasive tonight. I don't have a lot of topics.
Sure,
But I
Andy
feel like
has
I'm going to be abrasive.
I got some topics.
Speaking of,
Yeah.
hey everybody. Thanks for joining us on that GD podcast. My name is Jay Ray. I'm joined with my good friends Kyle
Hey.
and Andy.
Hello.
We are gonna once again try 2 auxiliary cameras, and they aren't potatoes. We checked that out. They don't look like
No,
potatoes.
look good.
But we'll just see how that works out. Something might happen.
It's funny if this all ends up failing and like the whole time it's one shot, and they're like, "What's he talking about?" Yeah.
I will put in a potato then.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
I noticed yours doesn't have any like indication of it's still working. Mine
No,
does.
it has that light. You tap the top and there's light. But yeah,
You tap the top?
yeah.
Does the light turn off if it stops recording?
No,
Oh, okay.
light's just on if it's plugged in. Just tap the top. Now do it again. Oh, yeah. You tap it again and it changes. It's ridiculous.
Okay.
Give it one more.
Can't see this.
Oh, I'll bet they can tell that I'm more well lit now. Ah,
Probably yes. That ring light.
so
Should I keep a light on?
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
We've got like the giant lights there.
this is going to be riveting.
Well, it's not
for the
that,
listener.
just so we knew that it was on.
Oh, that it has power.
Yeah, that it's going.
I'm
sure we'll be fine.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Whatever.
please.
We've done fine without it. Half of our videos right now are you reaching over into blank space, and the camera's like, "Yeah, we're not taking that."
Yeah. We're good.
It's always this camera that causes problems, though, like the one that's facing you.
I think so. I'm not good for the camera. I'm too good looking for the camera.
Too good looking.
Yeah.
It could also be that I'm in both of those as well, and it's like, nah, not that guy.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah. Anywho,
Hey,
how
so-
y'all been?
been good.
Been good?
I'm
didn't,
okay.
We didn't get to play disc golf as a threesome this weekend, which was sad for me. But did you guys have a good weekend?
Was that not this weekend? No, that was last
That
week.
was two
That was
weekends
2
ago.
weekends ago. Yeah. I did have a good weekend. I don't remember what we did. Did something else. Saturday, my wife had a charity event. Oh my god.
Tell me more about Saturday, Justin.
No, I don't think.
This freaking guy. So Saturday, my wife had a charity event that we do every year. It's our 7th or 6th annual one. So it was pretty good. Decent turnout there. And just to address the elephant in the room.
I'm an elephant now?
Yeah, you're an elephant. I watched the A&M Texas game. As you know, I went to Texas A&M. And Texas outplayed us in every phase of the game, I think, with the exception of turnovers. I'll say the defense kicked it up a notch at the end.
As the kids say, there are levels to this, and Texas is just on another level. I mean, you guys are kind of like the little brother to Texas. Anywho, I had a great Saturday, and watching Texas beat A&M was probably the highlight of my weekend. Anywho,
Yeah.
I gotta say,
I'm very happy the rivalry is back. I'm not surprised Texas won. You guys, they are on a different level this year. I didn't want to admit it whenever I saw all of the Texas is back, and all the bandwagon, non-Texas going Texas fans
bandwagon right here.
started saying that, and I laughed and thought it was laughable. There is an argument they haven't played anybody really difficult.
The one good team they played, they lost. So
Georgia,
was that who it was? Yeah,
yeah. But there's a rematch this Friday, and it's going to be a good game. So
Yep.
I went home for the first time in 8 days.
Nice. Like home to like where your parents are, or what?
Nope.
Just to your house.
Yep. Other than to sleep, I was at my house for 15 consecutive minutes
Nice.
for the first time in 8 days.
Good. Was it pleasing? Like,
Oh,
feel
Sunday was amazing.
good? Okay. Was that the day at home?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
didn't go anywhere, did you?
No, I did. I went out and got some groceries to cook that day just to make up that for Sunday football. And
Yeah.
but oh man, I vegged so hard. And
Being home is nice. It is nice. I guess while we're on the topic of football, this was the first Monday I have ever watched Monday Night Football.
ever,
It was a good game too. Jameis Winston's electric to watch.
I fell asleep at halftime.
So, okay, at the beginning of this year, my New Year's resolution was pay attention to things my friends are interested in so I can be a better friend, right? A lot of times when people talk about the NFL or whatever, I just shut down and I'm like, yep, that's great. It was amazing, spectacular, and pretend, go through the motions. So this year, I wanted to be a better friend to both Kyle and Andy, knowing they like the NFL. So when Kyle asked if I wanted to do fantasy football, I was like, yeah, sure, why not? And
Can I say real quick that when
Yeah.
he told me you were going to play fantasy football, I didn't like it at first because you had previously said that you don't watch football, and as much as I like you, I was like, don't bring someone into the league that's not going to pay attention. And I didn't say that to you, but like when you told me, I wasn't excited about him.
I know,
joining.
I know,
Like,
no, I know, and it's cautious for me because I'm bringing it into a group of people who are really into it, and at the same time, I'm like, I think he's going to take it serious.
I did.
And he's got now me and him talk football, which is a whole new level. I'm sure you're doing it too, but like, I love it.
Never.
We don't talk football. I do ask him, like, I
Just
did ask you
boobs.
the other day, like, yeah, just boobs. But I did ask you the other day, like, hey, I asked both of you, when do they tell us? This is not, what, 10:30 in the morning on a Saturday, 9:30 in the morning, or Sunday? When do they tell us, like, if they're going to be questionable or they're going to be out? Like, when do they have to make this? I don't know these things. And I had this realization of I'm caring about something I have no control over whatsoever. But I did watch Monday Night Football.
And it worked out for you.
The
It did.
When are they going to be in out thing upsets me always because there's times where like he's listed as questionable, but like damn well inside the building all week they know he's not going to play, but they list him as questionable, so the other team has to prepare for both quarterbacks or whoever it is. But this Thanksgiving, I happen to get to spend time with someone who has intimate knowledge of the Jaguars facility. Okay,
Yeah.
And I asked the question: is Trevor playing this week? It's either Trevor or Cooper Rush, and Cooper Rush kicks off at 3:00 on Christmas Day, so I need to make this decision right
Thanksgiving,
now.
but-
Yeah, sorry, Thanksgiving. Go ahead.
Is Cooper? Oh, okay. I thought.
Yeah.
I misunderstood. Continue.
Somehow I'm in the playoffs and I'm rocking Cooper Rush. I just want everybody to know that.
Super flex leagues get
yeah.
weird.
And so, but anyhow, and this person with intimate knowledge said, no, he might not play again this year. Went on to describe things and was like, definitely not playing. And I was like, got it. Cooper Rush, go. And then lo and behold, Sunday, there's Trevor Lawrence starting, which I'm glad I didn't start him because he got like 1 point and got
The
destroyed.
dude damn near died.
Yeah.
Like that was a ridiculous.
It was.
You good with the suspension, by the way?
So I'm great with the suspension only
3
because
games.
of
No pay.
Have you seen the highlight reel of him over the last like 2 years? Like hand on Brady's neck.
I've
like,
seen some things, but
This guy, the same
yeah.
guy, same guy.
But without suspension or without any documentation or anything from the NFLPA, now he's been fined, I think. But at the same time, to me, he was suspended 3 games for that hit.
I think that if it wasn't for all the previous issues, he probably would have skated on like even maybe a 1 game or just a fine. I don't know. But the very next day, I started seeing highlight reels on like Twitter of like all the dirty shit he's done the past couple of years. And after watching those, I was sold on like, this guy's a problem. Like this guy's trying to hurt people. Like, and there's no other.
That hit was trying to hurt somebody.
That was
I don't care about all the excuses you can hear. Mahomes does a fake slide and he stands up. There was 5 yards. 5 yards, by the way, I want to express this. Go measure 5 yards in your front yard. It's way longer than it looks on a TV.
Oh yeah.
It's 15 feet. Like that is a long way. That is a free throw line. 18 feet is a free throw line in NBA. But like that's how far he had to stop once the sliding motion started. And not only did he not stop, he continued through with the forearm through the face.
Yeah.
Because if you want to tell me you started to go down and you had to like kind of get out of the way or like something, no, it was forearm straight down. Let your head slam the ground. I think it was very dirty.
Super
Yeah.
dirty.
And
What's the guy's name?
Oh god, it's
I'll
screw it up, yeah. it starts with an A. I got that. Al Shaha. I don't even want to try to say it.
Yeah, it is.
I'll probably sound racist trying to say it. I
It
don't
is
know.
a-
Yeah.
like
it
we're
is-
about to be racist
Yeah,
about this
I'm gonna stop.
Alibaba.
I mean, it is
Shahar
an
guy.
Islamic name.
It is an
Yeah.
Islamic name.
Yes.
Anyhow,
Trevor's
but-
kind of tall. It might have looked like a tower.
well, and I think that there is.
There we go. Yeah, we got
So
it.
I'll be the first to say, oh wow, I just got that. That's
Welcome.
wrong. Yeah,
To this.
that's
GD.
wrong.
I'm not cutting that. Not cutting that.
Yeah,
Oh,
leave
that,
it.
no, it's fine. It's funny.
But I'll be the first to say that there's a lot of times where quarterbacks need to get down sooner. They're waiting too long. They're trying to get every last yard before they slide. And I think quarterbacks are getting pampered way too much in the modern NFL. But I thought he had a lot of time to pull up on that. And I also, just from my view watching it, looked like he was going in for the like
The forearm to the
yeah, he
kill
was going
zone.
in to cause
Yep,
pain. Which
100%.
back in the day, though, there was like it was the famous: the quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard. That was the defensive. We need to put him on his ass every chance we get and make him not want to.
But
go
the
back
NFL's
out
got
there.
that right.
Yeah, oh yes, but I'm just saying that used to be
Sure, 100%.
Yeah.
But the NFL's got that right because people used to take that 15-yard penalty for absolutely doing something devious, and then we don't have quarterback play anymore. And I personally, as an NFL fan, I want to see good quarterbacks play.
Yeah.
I cheer for rookie quarterbacks all the time. Bryce Young is like starting to turn it around. I'm like, yes, thank God. Please,
him up.
make some like reasonable quarterbacks out there.
Dude, Bo
just-
Nix.
Yeah, well,
The-
I'm still not sold. But
The
it's
whole
fine.
reason the NFL is doing that, it has nothing to do with player safety. Like, I'm a firm believer that they don't give a crap about, like,
It's viewership.
As far as, yeah, exactly. It's all about ratings, and people watch high scoring games. People don't like low scoring games. Touchdowns are exciting, and they want as many. And if they can be passing touchdowns, that's even better. And that's the point of keeping the quarterback healthy. They can say everything they want about caring about the long-term health of, and they're going to say all that, and I get it. But no, it's all about keeping the scoring high, keeping the eyes on the screen.
Who's
That's
the
all they care
Bills?
about.
Who's the Bills' backup quarterback?
Is it Mitch? I think it's Mitch Trubisky. Again.
Probably is still again. Yeah, okay, fair.
I think they re-signed him.
Who's Mahomes' backup quarterback?
Yeah, I know this. It's Carson Wentz.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, fair enough. But now we're going into a Monday Night Football game, and it's Carson Wentz versus Mitch Trubisky.
Nobody's watching. Yeah.
Yeah, at least
Speaking-
a quarter of the people. There's maniacs like me who would still watch it because I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, this could be a clusterfuck.
I'm one of the rare people that loves like a low-scoring defensive game.
good
Like, that's-
defensive game,
But you
yes.
have to love football to see that. And most of the people watching football want to see touchdowns. While we're talking football, though, Josh Allen is Superman. That's all I'm going to say. You don't have to say anything, but Josh Allen.
He did not deserve Offensive Player of the Week this week.
Really
140 yards passing. I understand the play. I get the play
in a
happened.
snowstorm.
Jameis Winston deserved that.
Or
Jameis-
Jerry Jeudy, who
Jameis
had
threw-
Jerry Judy, holy
almost
cow.
set the record for all-time receiving yards in a game.
Jameis threw 6 touchdowns on Monday night.
A ton.
If you're counting two
Yeah,
for the
2
other
of them
way.
were but it was 6 passes resulted in touchdowns.
That's. I think I was reading some story. That's what he told Bo Nix. He's like, "Don't worry about if it's intercepted. A touchdown's a touchdown, man. If you throw it and they get it, it's a touchdown."
Yeah, no,
He is one of the most entertaining people in the world. I do think it's a shtick, I should say.
100%. He invented a character that's going to then be on podcast or pregame shows or whatever going forward.
Well, and he was villainized as a college athlete for some things he did.
He stole crab meat from the store.
And he
or
was
something.
accused of other things.
Yeah.
Now, that was never,
Apparently, he said that to the mascot, and the mascot shared that information. I don't know.
yeah, I don't know either.
Yeah.
But he went, it was a very tumultuous college career. And now he is, and hopefully it's not. And it's just, he has become just the coolest person alive.
Yeah.
But-
Either way, if he's doing an act, I think 90% of famous people that we all probably watch and we're like, I like him because he's genuine. No, he's worked hard at the image he's portraying to you. And that's everybody's got a little bit of an act going on if they're anywhere in the spotlight.
That Thursday night little pregame interview he had.
When we were starting to snow or-
Yeah, starting
Yeah.
to snow. And he's like, the horses are prepared. We ride to war for the Lord. And I'm like, well, hell yeah. Let's where are we going? Let's
Maybe
go.
he had some time with Tim Tebow, and Tim was like, "Hey, man, you need to come to the Lord and meet Jesus." And
Yeah.
That's he played in Florida State.
I'm not saying
Oh.
in college.
I was thinking they
I'm
were
saying
there about the same
between
time.
him being like drafted, you know, and Heisman, and like him not like being super successful to now. Maybe he just like found the Lord, and that's kind of like that's his motion.
Yeah, I don't know. Either way, it's super fun and super endearing. And
I really enjoyed the interview. Sorry to cut you off.
No. Go
So there was a reporter interviewing him, and she was trying to say like the inclement weather, the snow is going to be like this.
Yeah.
And he got
hurdle.
a big old
And
smile on his
huge
face.
smile.
That's
she's
the one you were talking about on
it.
Thursday, right?
yeah. And,
yeah.
and he goes, the horses are prepared. We
Yeah.
ride.
Even after that game, he was doing his press conference like at the podium, and he was talking about the snow, and he was acting shit out and acting so excited. Like
This was a good interview.
He makes you smile. Like watching Jameis
Yes.
talk makes you happy.
Yes.
Like, and I want that.
And
So,
right now, having him on my fantasy team would also make me happy.
it made me
Which
happy.
I'm gonna segue a little bit because I know we do not like or have long conversations about fantasy, but we are going into the final week before the playoffs.
Last
Okay.
week.
Two people at this desk play each other for a spot, pretty much.
I think I'm in no matter what. I'm
No,
positive
you're
I'm
not,
in. Okay.
sir.
I feel like
No,
I'm
sir.
in. Yeah.
There's a couple people below you that could overtake you.
Okay.
Tyler could.
Tyler could easily if he beats me and you lose,
We'll see.
you're out. It's 3 spots, or it's 2 spots for 3 people, and 2 of them are right there.
And you're in no matter what.
I'm clinched.
Okay. What's funny? You started the year slow, and I remember being like, Kyle's season's fucked. And then
because I still have the highest points against by far.
So what's funny is I didn't pay attention to like the standings at all. I was just looking at my games every week, and then just Monday night when you guys were talking about it, I looked at the standings for the first time, and I was like, Kyle's ahead of me in the standings. Like I just kind of assumed your season wasn't going well still.
No, I still have like 250 more points against than
Gotcha.
by far easily the most points against. I have the second or third most points for. I'm killing it. Now, I do have to win this week to get a bye next week, and I love that bye because then you're in the money game immediately.
I'll
And
tell you
the
that-
cashing game immediately.
I've been on like the lowest key heater you could be on, where like I'm winning every game, but I'm barely winning, and I'm kind of doing it quietly and not impressively, but it's just stacking wins.
I've been the top scoring team the last 3 weeks.
Get it?
This week, when it gave the podium stance, it was a beautiful sight. You're looking at the 3 most beautiful,
Yep.
most successful
That
this
was
week
fun.
in fantasy.
That was fun.
I keep getting bailed out by people that you wouldn't expect. Like this week, Njoku, you know, what do you end up at 20 or 24?
It was close to 30.
30,
I
whatever
thought.
it was. Like that shouldn't have happened, but like that sealed my game for me. And every week it's been
And
some random
so
guy.
early too in
Yeah.
the game. That is not my usual Monday night thing. Like last Monday we were here.
Yeah, we were here last
We were
Monday.
here.
Oh, you guys were both like watching ears like hawks. I had already won, obviously, but
So by the time I went home, there was like 4 minutes left in the game, and I won after I got home.
gotcha.
And it's because the guy decided not to pick up an extra tight end because his tight end was on bye. He didn't want to drop somebody.
Oh.
And
he just had a tight end
he
on bye.
had a tight end on bye, and I won by 1 point.
Oh, geez.
Still the highest scoring team in the league, by the way. He was second.
Oh. Yeah, that's my big concern about this week's lineup, this week's matchup between you and I, is you've got Njoku. Jameis enjoys and loves passing to tight ends. That's kind of why he wanted to go to the Browns, because they have good tight ends,
And they paid him.
and they paid him for a year. So I'm just regurgitating what the announcer
1 year
said.
contracts are great for quarterbacks.
It's a lot of money. So I need Jameis to get points, but I need Njoku not to get them.
It's either Njoku or Jerry Judy. So you just got to hope Judy runs free that day.
I also have that because I would like Morgan to win.
Yeah, Morgan's
She won
season
last
has
week.
first season hasn't gone well though, right?
No, she's definitely the bottom of the barrel. And she's only won 2 games, one of which was documented on this pod was against me.
It was against you.
And
Don't worry, Kyle. I beat her for you.
I did too.
Yeah.
thanks. That's not my concern. But if she wins this week, I'd lock up the bye week anyway without
okay.
doing anything.
Nice.
Because Tyler's team is good.
Yeah.
Have you offered her any advice on her roster, knowing that? Are you like taking a look, being like, "Hey, you should definitely play this person"? Are you trying?
I think the only thing that I did in that sense was like, hey, you have some bye weeks next week. If you could get on the waiver wire early,
get ahead of it.
and just I didn't tell her who to pick up or
Gotcha.
how much money to spend or any of that.
Just don't fall asleep, even though you're out of the playoffs. Like I need you to win. Yeah.
Dude, oh my gosh. Okay, so again, back to the me paying attention to this. When I woke up at 4 o'clock this morning, the first thing I did was went straight to sleeper and was like, all right, did I get my waiver by? Like I
spent some money.
you spent a lot of money.
I actually set the record for the league for most money spent on a player. Yeah,
yeah, who'd you pick
Ever.
up?
Isaiah or Isaac Guerrero.
Who's he play for?
Niners.
Okay.
McCaffrey's out for the year,
Yeah.
Oh.
and this is his.
But you don't think Debo is just going to get a lot of carries now?
So the only game this guy's been the number one running back for, he got 25 carries. And I'm
Okay.
like, and on that team,
Yeah.
it was more of a block than anything going into the playoffs. Am I going to play him this week? Yeah. Yeah. I think if he gets 18 carries, then he's locked in as a starter. But I didn't want Zayden getting him. I didn't want either one of you guys getting him. And you were the only one who could outbid me in the league, and you didn't. I was waiting for you to do it too.
You spent $0.
I'm good with my roster.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good.
See, you can't do that though because like 4 of my starters are waiver wire guys.
I took a look and I'm good.
My
Isaac.
this game this week against you,
Yeah.
all of my big consistent ones are on bye.
Sorry. I got through all
But
my
you're
buys.
favored to win.
Let's say I haven't set my
Yes.
lineup yet.
Well,
I think you can only, if you were by projected numbers, I think you can only get within a point of what I've currently got.
like you're right there though. That's my point. Like it's not insane.
You know what though? Like
You're gonna have to perform.
You each have told me this throughout the course of this year, this football season, which is don't put too much stock into those points because like Jameis was projected to put up 13. I was like, I just need to get 18.
30.
I talked about it that day with people. I was like,
were
man, I'm hanging stuff on Jameis just to get 18 points, and I don't even know if he's doing it. And then he's chucking 34 points, and I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, good game. Anyway, that's a lot of football talk.
We'll see. I'll say this
Yeah, that
last
doesn't
thing
have
I'll
to go
say.
in, but starter.
It was really cool that on Monday night, like the three of us were all like a play would happen, and like it was a race between like who could say something first, and we were all like, "Oh, that awesome!" Or I think that was that Sunday night was Bills game. We were all talking about that.
You guys were talking about the Bills game.
Either
I don't
way.
remember what I was doing.
Either way, it was cool to get to talk like football through text with y'all. That's something we haven't done before. So Yay, fantasy football for making that happen.
Oh no, it was the Njoku touchdown.
Yeah.
That we all like 3 texts. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's when I realized you had Njoku.
Very excited.
And that's a big human.
I like him a
Huge,
lot.
huge
He's got everything you want in a tight end except a quarterback
Except
that can
route-
get him the ball.
route running
And now
skills?
He's got Jameson.
He has no
Jameis.
route running skills at all. But he can blot out the sun, and Jameis is not afraid to be like, okay,
Yeah.
let's try that, which can end up in pick sixes
I almost dropped him at one point earlier this year because Deshaun Watson was playing so terribly and he wasn't
for
even
the
trying
last
to
4
get.
years. Yeah.
Well, he wasn't trying to get Njoku the ball at all. So at one point, I almost just cut bait because nothing was happening. But thank God for Jameis. So
Yeah,
anyhow,
and they were talking about Judy, like not kind of having a quiet season, and then when Jameis took over 5 games ago is when he started like picking back up.
Yeah, so really fun stat on that. 16 point something % of his career yards is his 5th year in the league. First round pick coming out of college has been in the last 5 games.
Jerry Judy.
well, he was a disappointment in Denver, and then he got to Cleveland and had a terrible quarterback. So, all right,
He's been out for 5
He
years.
might. Now that I say that, he might not have been a disappointment in Denver. The whole Denver offense was screwed. So I'm not going to put it on him. That's my thought.
I just thought it was an interesting stat. Almost a
Yeah.
fifth of his entire career production has been in the last 5 games.
So
Because Jameis does not care. He does care, but he does not care.
He threw a pick and then like turned around and threw like an 80-yard touchdown. Like, right
the
after that.
next
Yeah.
play
Just
was
didn't
like,
care. Yeah.
okay.
I told all my newer coworkers at the beginning of the year, the NFL would be so much better if they could figure out how to make Jameis Winston the backup quarterback for every single team.
Yep.
He is the what? No, actually, I heard it the opposite way. Jordan Love is the Tom Brady of Jameis Winston's, and I thought that was the most beautiful thing I've ever heard in my life.
I'll tell you, I think he's going to follow the path of Jason Kelsey. Because like Jason Kelsey retired and then immediately is on. I think they're doing some Netflix thing with him now, and he's on every ESPN thing they can. He's just someone you enjoy to hear talk, and I think Jameis is going to take that to the next level. Where Jameis is, once he retires, he's going to be on a lot of things. You're going to see a lot of Jameis Winston.
As we should.
That's my projection.
I
Whiskey
terribly
me.
have to pee, which I hate.
Yeah, go.
Yeah.
We'll talk about you while you're gone.
Oh, that'd be really funny, actually. Let's do that.
The cork, to Chris's point, this cork weight is like a gram to 2.
Yeah, not a 2 and impressive.
So it's not a good whiskey by cork volume. Weight volume's not the right thing.
It is a good whiskey.
It is very tasty. I might actually have a second glass.
I'm just gonna prop this up right here for the camera. Go back to this hat.
I'm gonna throw that shit out. Is that why you said that you had a plan?
Oh yeah, hat change. Yeah, which it was great because I like had it right here, but like where you couldn't see it. And the second you turned to look at him, I was like,
Yeah.
yeah,
I turned.
ninja.
You motherfucker.
You don't know how excited I've been about that since Saturday.
Dude, if our offense could have done anything, if we had just kicked field goals when we had the opportunity, that would have been a 4-point game.
For real though, like I'm not trying to talk shit here. Like they're like I'm a bandwagon Texas fan. Like when they're doing good, I'll jump on, and I go several years where I don't pay attention. But with having Arch Manning coming up, like starting next year,
yeah,
and
it's
they're
gonna be-
saying that he wants to play 4 years in college. Who knows? But he comes from money, and his family wants him to play 4 years. Very good chance it happens. Like I'm just looking at this like, oh shit, this is a good time to start wearing all my Texas stuff because I think that. I'm not saying they're going to win 4 straight national championships, but they're going to be extremely relevant for the next 4 years. And hopefully, when the team is good like that, that helps with recruiting. And it's like, okay, we could have a
then you
little,
keep the cycle
little
going.
run by Texas here that might last 10 or 15 years. I'm just saying. We'll see. It all depends on if Arch Manning like really is as good as people think he's going to be, but I got hope. So
Yeah.
plus, I think I've told you this real quick. When I moved up here, like it was a big deal. I was like, do I go OU or OSU? And I kind of was trying to decide who am I going to root for now. And it hit me at one point. I love to be the contrarian in a group. And it's like, I'm just going to start wearing all my Texas stuff and try to piss everybody off. And it'll be great. And I haven't done it yet, but like this is my moment where,
You brought that shit hat.
yeah, it's a good hat. I'm going to start wearing a lot of Longhorn stuff around everybody. And like this is going to be a common, is this what they do? I don't even know.
We're going to have 2 people on this podcast from now on.
I'll call in to tell you guys how Texas is doing. It'll be
Not
great.
even going to answer the phone call.
We were talking about Texas A&M or Texas.
I was not gone very long.
The run that Texas is about to have over the next 10 years.
That's a bold claim.
Yeah, they got Arch Manning for 4 years, because his family has said over and over they want him to play all 4 years. So, and who knows if he will or not, but that's what they're saying.
I mean, at most, he has 3 years left.
Okay, well, yeah, because he's not redshirting
At
this year.
absolute
So
most.
sorry, three more years. But then if they stay really relevant over the next 3 years, that helps with recruiting, and they could have a nice little 10-year run where I'm not going to say they're going to win a lot of national championships, but they're going to be top 10 for a while. That's my hope.
You do have to. Okay, you did at least threw in "that's my hope" at the end, as opposed to a statement, because you do understand that. Yeah, Texas is on a good run. Their team's good. They're real. I've admitted it all year. They're real.
Still suck balls.
But we've also heard 20-something years since 05.
Yeah, was that when Vince did it?
We're back.
That's
Yeah.
when Vince did it. Yeah.
It's all right. They're back.
I mean, you do sound an awful like a Cowboys fan who made it to the second round of the playoffs.
Well, but the thing
right
is,
now.
I'll admit the years that they and I'll tell you, like up front in July, I'll say, oh, I'm not going to pay attention this year because they're going to suck, and I'll tell you that right up front. Whereas a Cowboy fan, every July, no matter what, is like, this is the year we're going to win the Super Bowl. I feel it, and it's like, what happened?
that sounds pretty familiar.
What happened this offseason that makes you think that they got better at all? Like,
Sure.
who did they sign? Who did they draft? Tell me why you think this year is better than last year. No, man, we did it, and Dak's going to do it. No, like, Cowboys fans don't live in reality.
I hit a nerve.
Yeah.
I could go on and on
I had
about
a little
Cowboys.
You
nerve.
had hold on, wait a minute. Let's
On-
pause
Yeah,
for
we
a
need
moment.
to
Let's pause for a
we
moment
need
so
to
that
move
it's
on
like
from football.
It's
and
really hard to cut when we're like in the middle of the words and stuff. So like
penis.